welcome back to my channel. So we had again 2 nights of Bachelor in Paradise. I know I talked about this before, but 3 hours on the couch. I'm feeling a little bit drained. However, so much happens on this show and there's so much more drama on this show that somehow I just make it through it, and somehow at the end of every single episode, I'm just like, what? What just happened? So I was highly anticipating Evan's attempt to steal Amanda away, and that is exactly how this episode started. So let's do a recap. So as you guys know, Evan thinks that he's going to steal Amanda away from Josh. He makes a self-made date card and she surprisingly goes, and Josh is just sitting there laughing. I mean, obviously, out of anyone there in Paradise, Evan is probably the last person he needs to worry about. Evan has this whole little dinner spread out for her. Evan proceeds to tell her that he came to Paradise for her. I feel like this is Evan's desperate attempt of staying on the season, because where in Evan's mind does he think that he is going to be able to steal Amanda away? Nick couldn't keep her. Amanda was very sweet about it though, because I think it's just in her nature to be on the nicer side, not necessarily try and hurt anyone, especially intentionally. She told Evan that she thought that was really sweet of him. She wishes he would have said something sooner because now she's just developed this relationship with Josh. I mean, I think we can all admit that was a very nice way of telling someone, nope. She goes back to Josh though, and she's telling Josh the situation. Does Josh really think that he needs to be worried about Evan? I think the only thing Josh was worried about was that pizza that he had ordered. Since we're here talking about Josh, does it bother anyone else how many times he moans and groans, whether he's eating or whether he's kissing, or yeah, I can only imagine what else? The noises that come out of his mouth make me want to rip out my hair. It actually grosses me out so much. Anyone else? It's time for the rose ceremony, and we see Josh sweating profusely. I don't doubt it's hot in Paradise, but Josh's white shirt is completely see-through because it is soaked in sweat so bad. Why didn't anyone offer him a t-shirt? Why didn't he get up and just take off his shirt? I mean, they're on the beach anyways. Amanda was, of course, nice enough to say, yeah, it is hot, but you don't even see like a drip of sweat coming from Amanda's face. Her hair is down. She looks completely comfortable, and Josh looks like he just steps out of the ocean. As you guys know, before the rose ceremony, everyone kind of catches up and they have their last words, basically make some sort of connections before they potentially go home. Christian pulls Sarah aside because they did have that one-on-one date last week, and you could tell he's trying to secure a spot. He had just gotten there. That would totally suck to go home. And then within a few minutes, all of a sudden you see Daniel coming in trying to sneak his way in and talk to Sarah as well. 2 guys, 1 girl. That's not gonna work. Sarah did kiss Christian on her date, but she has not kissed Daniel. So she said in order to make the decision of who she's going to give the rose to, she needs to kiss Daniel. Before they start kissing, he gets stung by a bee. Maybe that threw off his game a little bit, but Sarah did say that that kiss that they shared was just okay. Haley, one of the twins, said that she's pretty insecure about Brandon. She's not sure if that's who she's supposed to be with. Maybe it's because he had no idea that he was talking to Emily when he thought he was talking to Haley. I mean, but give him the benefit of the doubt. He just met you guys. During this time, Evan goes and pulls Amanda again. Again. What is he gonna say this time? Evan, she turned you down once. Don't make her do it again. Now, Evan's famous move, if you guys remember from Bachelorette, he loves to throw people under the bus. He did that quite often on JoJo's season, and guess what? It's time for him to do it again, because why? Amanda turned him down. He is going to try to do whatever it takes to get Amanda to change her mind, regardless if it's bad-mouthing someone else. Evan proceeds to tell Amanda that he has heard really bad rumors about Josh regarding the book, how he is verbally abusive and emotionally abusive. He's never once talked to Josh about it. He's never once talked to Andy about it, yet he thinks it's in his best interest to go tell Amanda, as if Amanda doesn't already know. Listen, I know that I do my fair share of investigating when it comes time to people. Are you telling me Amanda had 0 idea of the rumors about Josh? Come on now. Amanda appreciates that Evan has brought this up to her. She goes to some of the fellow girls and talks to the girls about it. Lace goes to Grant and mentions what Amanda has just said to her, and somehow she did not see Josh there. So now Josh knows. Josh talks to Amanda briefly, and Amanda says, please don't worry about it. But of course, someone's talking shit about you, and someone's saying really damaging things about you. Josh goes up to Evan and is actually trying to be very nice about it, but Evan's saying that he's fake, and Evan's saying that he is very polished. Everything that Josh was saying, Evan said it sounded like they were inspirational quotes. I mean, Josh really kept his cool. I was worried Josh was gonna go off the handle, but he didn't. Josh just said that he doesn't like being judged and that he would appreciate if Evan would have come to him first and asked him anything that he wanted to know. He said that he would have been open and honest with him. And during this time, Nick now thinks it's his turn to go to Amanda and tell Amanda, I know this book is written about me and Josh. Some of it isn't true, but there are things that are true in there. I honestly think those two guys have both been rejected by Amanda. Therefore, they just want Josh out. It's time for the rose ceremony, and Lace chooses Grant. Izzy chooses Vinny. Emily chooses Jared. Amanda chooses Josh. Sarah chooses Daniel. Carly chooses Evan, which, let me just add, that was very nice of you, Carly. And Haley chooses Nick. So that means Brandon and Christian are going home. I felt bad. Christian just got there. Brandon just got there. Do I think either one of them had a fair chance? No. Brandon didn't know the difference between the two girls. I wouldn't know the difference between the two girls. Like, he just got there. Give him at least a week. Let him try and figure it out. But you gotta give him a little bit of time. So Emily is really excited about Jared. She feels like there's something that could really potentially happen between them. And then all of a sudden, Kayla from Ben season comes in. Now, as she's walking down, of course, everyone has their opinions. Evan thinks that she's absolutely beautiful. At this point, Ursula from The Little Mermaid could walk down and Evan would say that she's so gorgeous. Evan just sounds so desperate to stay in paradise. Kayla makes a point to meet all the guys, and all of the girls seem to be very intimidated by Kayla because Kayla's got beautiful hair. She does have the most beautiful hair I think I've ever seen, and she's very sweet and just seems to have a very positive energy. A lot of the girls noticed that Jared's face lit up when he talked to Kayla. When I saw those two together talking, I did think they seemed like they would be a really good match. Much more of a match than him and Emily. She obviously does have this instant connection with Jared, and so she does ask Jared to go on the date with her. Jared respectfully needs to go and talk to Emily first. And he goes to Emily and tells her that he feels like if he wouldn't go, that he would always feel like he missed this opportunity. Emily is hurt because she's watching the guy that she was really excited about go off on a date with what looks to be like his dream girl. They go horseback riding on the beach, and you could just tell that this date was everything Jared needed to just fully dump Emily. He said he had this instant connection with her. He was really feeling Kayla, and more importantly, he said that he could see a future between them. Back in paradise, Josh and Amanda still making out, and another date card comes in, and it is for a double date. They are asking Izzy and Lace to take their guys on a double date. No one is coming in between Lace and Grant and Izzy and Vinny. Lace makes a comment that she's so happy that it was Vinny and Izzy because they were another like day one couple. But you know what? Lace, you weren't some day one couple with Grant. Yes, you did first talk to Grant, but you left Grant for Chad. Did we all forget that? So Jared and Kayla come back from their date. Immediately, Jared just feels like he has got to tell Emily, this is it. I can't lead you on anymore. Emily does try and say how much she was really feeling Jared, but Jared's done. Jared is on Kayla land, and that is it. There is no turning back. So Sarah and Carly are very good friends. They decide that they're gonna invite some boys up to drink some wine and have fun, have their own little foursome date. Now, obviously, as we know, Sarah has a connection with Daniel, but who does Carly have a connection with? Evan? Stop giving Evan hope. Just let him go. At this point, I feel bad for Evan because you make him feel so hopeful and then you tell us how much you can't stand him. Apparently, they've drank way too much. Evan tries to go in and kiss Carly and Carly just says no. All I wanted was a hug here. We already know you are so disgusted by Evan's lips. So they go their separate ways, and all of a sudden the paramedics are in Evan's room. Evan has drank so much that he is completely blacked out and he's non-responsive. Some of the producers go and get Carly, let her know. She goes up, he's awake, but you can tell that he is just so drunk. Now Carly feels like she's been played a little bit. Like, was he just doing this for attention? They say it's best that he has someone in the room, so Carly stays there, but then she starts hooking up with him. Oh, Carly. She obviously cannot make up her mind. On the foursomes date, they are at a foam party and they are all of a sudden doing body shots, and some chick goes up and pours water all over them, is trying to start a fight. They get out of there because obviously nothing good is gonna happen from here on out. And then there's poor Nick with no girl, not even a potential connection, bored out of his mind, and super bummed. I get it. I feel bad for you. And then at the end of this episode, we see that there is one more person coming down to paradise, and who is it? Ashley from Chris's season, who has just come on this season of Bachelor in Paradise for Jared. Uh-oh. And then we are at night 2. Ashley comes straight down, pulls Jared aside, is so excited to see him, and Jared's got to break the news to her somehow. We know how much this girl cries. She said that she only wanted to cry 3 times within this season, and that's it. Yeah, we know that's not gonna happen. Ashley is basically losing her shit. She pulls the twins aside because she wants to know what they know. Both of the twins just said Jared was so happy when he met Kayla. They knew that that was the one for him. Ashley is more than pissed. Apparently, her and Kayla had a conversation prior to Bachelor in Paradise. 1, that Kayla was not gonna go on the show, and that 2, that Jared was not Kayla's type. So Ashley feels completely betrayed by this chick because all of that was a lie. Ashley's already saying she's gotta go. She doesn't even think she should be here. I mean, you were here for what? 20 minutes? Ashley then decides to confront Kayla because she just cannot handle herself. She is about to go ballistic. She confronts Kayla, and Kayla just says that, you know, she met all the guys. She had a connection with Jared. Ashley, of course, says, I thought he wasn't your type. And all she said is, you know what? I thought that too, and I talked to him, and there was that. Ashley, gotta let go. You had your chance. Now it's time to move on. Jared does know how upset Ashley is, and he is worried for her. He doesn't want to hurt her. He goes to talk to her, and Ashley is just bad-mouthing Kayla, saying that she is a backstabbing whore of a friend. That is not at all what I think of when I look at Kayla. Kayla seems, at least from the outside, to be one of the nicest girls on that show. Ashley, I just think you're talking crazy right now. Now, because Ashley came in, she had a date card. She clearly wanted to take Jared, who is definitely not available. So the only option is for her to take Daniel, which they're both so goofy. Why wouldn't that work? Sarah doesn't feel good about this. She thinks that they may hit it off and have a connection. And yeah, Sarah, I think you're right. I think that they would kind of work. They both say and do the strangest things. Ashley was sitting there talking to a reptile. On Ashley and Daniel's date, he asked her if she's really a virgin. What it seems to me is that the only attraction Daniel can find right now is that she hasn't slept with anyone. Other than that, I'm not really sure there is anything about Ashley that Daniel sees that he likes. Daniel knows that she's stuck on Jared. He feels like he's just the next best opportunity. But Daniel is cracking jokes. He's making her laugh, which thank God. At least she's not crying again. But you can just see on Ashley's face that even though she's been turned down by Jared, she's still hoping for a miracle. Now it's time for someone else to come on the show, and Jen comes in, and Jen is from Ben's season. Jen comes in and gets the rundown who is available before she makes her choice. Daniel proceeds to tell her that he will actually pay her to take him on this date. Maybe because he's so terrified of Ashley. Jen then talks to Nick, and Nick is super upfront with her and says, hey, I would love to go on this date with you. And guess what? Nick gets his lucky chance, and she does choose him. Now back at Paradise, the paramedics are back in Evan's room. This poor guy cannot catch a break. Not only has he been rejected several times, he is clearly sick. There is something going on with him. Now the paramedics say that he needs to go to the hospital. Evan's game plan is that if he's gonna have to go to the hospital, Carly's gotta go with him, and then he gets his own little date with Carly. And guess what? It worked. Evan and Carly are at the hospital, and Carly tells us that she's liking Evan again. That is the strangest couple. While while on the one-on-one date, Jen does tell Nick that she's extremely attracted to him. They are on the beach, they are making out, laying in the sand, and all of a sudden they're attacked by crabs. Crabs everywhere. Now is not the time for romance. Back in paradise, Ashley is crying again. I think we need to play a little game here. Every single time Ashley cries, we need to, I don't know. You know how on Watch What Happens Live, Andy usually has a drinking game? So maybe for all of us that are 21 and over, every single time that Ashley cries, we need to take a drink. Again, if you are 21 and older, don't do that stuff if you're underage. So now Kayla's a little bit hesitant to show her feelings publicly just because Ashley has caused such a scene here in paradise that she just doesn't want to intentionally throw it in her face. Jared is really excited about Kayla and he doesn't want this to be an issue anymore. Kayla does agree though to open up a little bit more and show her feelings. And then what do you know? Ashley's got to pull aside Jared because she has to just let him know one more time that she came here for him. Not only that she's never felt this way before. I think that was when Jared was at his breaking point. You could tell Jared is about to lose his mind and he's like, you know what? I can't be here anymore. I don't need to be here. I need to go. Jared, pack your bags, pack Kayla's bags, and just get out of there. Leave that girl because that girl is a stage 5 clinger. And we're left with that. Who knows what's gonna happen? I am very excited to watch, of course, what happens next week. Are Evan and Carly becoming a thing now? Josh and Amanda, are they getting married next week? As always, let me know if you guys have any questions, any thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about the couples. Let's talk about who we think's gonna make it, who's not gonna make it. I love chatting with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. If you are not subscribed and this is the first time that you're watching one of my recaps, I post videos every single Thursday. So make sure you subscribe and come check out my channel next week. I'll see you soon. Bye.